Hola.
Like someone disappeared. That's pretty funny.
I'm
Hi,
still here.
everybody.
I'm still here.
Joey's gone. Haick's
Oh no, he's making an appearance.
I'm still here.
Dad?
What's going on, guys?
I haven't seen you since I was
did we lose James? I think he's frozen.
Yep.
I think I froze him in carbonite. Anyway, what's going on, guys? You guys are watching. I must ask you a question, and hopefully James will unfreeze here for a second. But Jen or Leia, what's going on?
Yeah, a Leia with bad buns. one that's decided to rebel. Get it?
There you go. And we got Michael. I guess, would you be our Wookiee? I don't know if that
I can't do the sound, but I can scream internally loud enough for it to matter.
There you go.
I love the beard.
How's it going, everybody?
Under the mask.
Okay, this is getting really hot, though. I gotta tell you guys, it's like I'm sweating in here, and it's just gross. But how's it going, guys? How you guys doing? It's been a week since we saw each other, and here we go. James popped in. James, you missed our whole thing, dude.
I did. My whole computer went blue screen, man. That's been happening a lot lately.
I just popped in because I had somebody pop in for me. It was our Vader, our resident Vader came in and took over for you because you weren't here. We froze you in carbonite, man. What's going on?
Not much, man. How's everybody doing?
Doing all right.
Good.
Looks, Jen's got her awesome third wave shirt on because third
wave
this week.
Love it. Love the hair too, Jen. Love the hair.
Oh, it's what you do when you realize you want to do it right before you come on, and then there's nothing in it holding it up. So it's going to fall down slowly over the time we're here.
Slowly and surely throughout the day. Yeah,
it's because I'm extra.
Mm-hmm.
You're extra.
I'm extra, and I have to bring masks and props.
Man, it's been a absolutely insane week. I wish I could share stuff with people. Michael knows a little.
So
listen, I'm just a diabetic. You can't trust anything I say.
So I'm going to question James about something that just started happening.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to say a thing about it, but all of a sudden on our eBay site, we had to take them down. All of our what is the name of the book? Something an Assassin all started popping.
Oh, Assassin and Son. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
you might want to check it out. I mean,
there's a reason.
You want to look at Deadline here in the next day or two. Deadline.com, and it's a great resource. Anyways, really great magazine. But yeah. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's like that's how I know when things happen is when all of a sudden, and my staff knows. I'm like, if we start selling multiple copies of a book, like boom, 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 pull that puppy down, and then relist it the right price.
Yeah, it's for those of you who don't know, it's Assassin and Son. There's some chatter behind it. Stay tuned, but that one's a little bit near and dear to myself and a couple of the partners here at Scout because that was co-written by Shad Gaspard, who was the professional wrestler who was in the WWE tag team called Crime Dime. And right at the beginning of the pandemic, he passed away. He drowned while him and his son got caught in Riptide. And he really drowned a hero because he got rescued. And then he told the lifeguard to basically, no, go get my son. And then they grabbed his son and they couldn't find Shad. But it was a book that we had signed before. It was like a big thing that we had planned because WrestleMania was in Tampa that year. And what they do in wrestling is really it's like a WrestleMania week. All these like smaller promotions and like conventions, they all happen. And it's become this destination, not just that one day, but like the whole week. And we were going to do the signing. We had special covers. I was going to go up there. Don and I met him at San Diego in 2019. And not only was he just he was a monster of a man, but just hilarious and very, very talented. Like the ideas that he had, that he was working on, not just this Assassin and Son. He had like Fluffy the Bunny that I hope one day sees the light of day, but it's just really, really talented. And there was some very positive news, so stay tuned on that. Like it's a great concept. It follows an assassin and his son, and the mom gets murdered, and it's basically him training the son to seek this revenge. But there's a lot more to that story. Also, like his dad was part of like this group, and Shad and Mark Kapani, who's also an ex-professional wrestler. He was named Muhammad Hassan. He's an Italian guy, and he got over as an Arab wrestler, and during like the whole 9/11 thing, which was very, very controversial, but such a nice man, great guy. But they co-wrote it together, I think, when they were on the road, just traveling the globe while working at WWE. But it's very, very talented. They were both kind of inspired by those the old Wu-Tang samurai films.
Yeah.
So the group of assassins are in like, they call themselves the Four Horsemen.
And it kind of looks a little bit like the Wu-Tang comic books, a little bit like the way the artwork. Yeah, it's really cool.
I like to call it's like those old Wu-Tang samurai films meets John Wick.
Yeah.
So it's a very cool story.
And they were part of what was it, the Crime Time or something like that, right? In wrestling.
Yeah, that was their tag team. Him and JTG was the guy, his tag team partner. And he was just inducted this past year in the WWE Hall of Fame by his wife and his son.
Wow.
But it's a powerful story. You know, one of the things it's part of our nonstop imprint where we released that first issue and then come with a trade. And the problem is that we were never, and this was prior to Chad's death, we weren't able to secure the print files. We have it, the high res, but it's pixelated. So we tried reaching out to the the letterer, and he just had the files that he gave us, and the colorist, we haven't been able to reach her. They can't find the files. I think we got the line art, but it would require us to like recolor it and re-letter and do everything. But he has like essentially 8 issues done, ready to go. It just needs to be colored and lettered, and of course edited. But that's something my team and I have kind of discussed down here. Is Scout's really going to start looking into doing Kickstarters for trade paperbacks, and this might be something that we do to help actually get that book in existence. Because if you look at that first issue, it's a little bit pixelated. It wasn't as bad, but it's something that we can't do the full trade on at that kind of pixelization on it. So we worked really hard to get that out. But there's a couple different versions. For those you don't know, we have the regular issue, #1, and then we have a 1 in 10 retailer incentive that we did. But right after he died, like in July, I want to say in 2020, we did a special tribute edition. Brian Silverbacks did this amazing cover. If you guys haven't seen it, it's on our website. Just click scoutcomics.com/titles. And there's a regular on the Virgin variant. We did 1,000 copies. We sold them for $20. But after we long paid for printing. So all of the proceeds from those 2 particular issues go to Shad's son. So we raised, I want to say like $13,000-$14,000 during that time, but we did sell through them. We still have a few copies left. So if you haven't, regardless of what may or may not be coming news-wise, I think it's a hell of a way to do it. And again, something that we can give back to Shad's family. He has a trust account set up that it goes into for those particular tribute editions. So, nice. Joey shared the link, and so we have a lot of stuff going on. There's a couple other new stuff that hopefully will drop pretty soon too, on couple other books, which is exciting.
I can't speak on the Scout news, but in terms of how big it felt, there was a lightning strike here 2 nights ago. Did anyone hear about the New York lightning strike?
No.
Where it hit, but I guess because of the way the pressure and the atmosphere was, instead of it being dampened by the ground and the thunder not being so ridiculous, it actually got amplified. It sounded like an explosion hitting all 5 boroughs at once.
Wow.
It woke I'm in Queens, and it happened at the World Trade Center area. People in Brooklyn felt it. People in Staten, everyone felt it. It felt like a bomb going off. I woke up, I feel a little, and I want you to know, similar sensations.
Wow.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you're saying, so I think you're on a
scary.
like a story idea. Like that's cool. And what was the reason behind it? They just said because the atmosphere was at the perfect. It all happened at the perfect time.
Yeah, it was at the
Was it
perfect
the perfect
time.
storm?
I had to go to the bathroom. Everything
then-
came together. My mom called me, told me that she didn't love me. No.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Now,
This is
are we gonna
classic
find
Haick,
out?
everybody. He goes off the rails sometimes. It's quite.
I don't know
funny.
what you're talking about, but I just want you to know, Mom,
Are we-
call me.
Are we? I just want to know. Are we gonna find out that people that were around that blast they're gonna have superpowers? That's all I want to know.
I mean, I
Do you
passed
remember
away.
the old speaking of that, do you remember the old series? I'm sure Jen remembers Rising Stars. Remember that?
Mhm.
Such a good series. That's kind of what happened to a lesser extent. Like there was like I think like 114. This event happens, and these babies, these children, ended up getting powers in a world where there wasn't powers. Have you ever read that, Joey?
Oh, that sounds familiar.
I believe Gary Frank was the artist. Am I right? J. Michael Straczynski.
Sure.
It's definitely Straczynski. I know who did that part.
Yes. He did Midnight Nation too, which is another great book that doesn't get enough. Gosh, I'm dating that's what, 25 years old now. Oh, goodness. That's old books, but new books came out this week for Scout. Let's talk those real quick. First, for the Black Caravan line, we got the next issue of Swamp Dogs.
Whoops, I pulled up the wrong one.
Oh, no problem. Swamp Dogs, number 3 of the House of Crows.
Yeah, let me pull
And
that
that one just hit. I believe we have a regular cover, and there was a 1 in 10 retailer incentive, I believe, as well.
Yeah, let me see. Here we go. I got Swamp Dogs up here. Sorry, I'm trying to share it. I had the wrong.
Yeah, if those of you can actually see the cover, is pretty awesome. Both of them are.
Yeah. I don't know if we have all both color. We can see all of them here. This is on Previews World. If you guys want to.
Yeah, it's just the normal cover. If you go to our website, I believe we
normal
have both
cover.
listed.
Yep, this is just the normal cover here.
Yeah,
It looks
some
pretty
great
cool.
covers. And then the other one is my book, Third Wave 99, number 3.
Yeah, and
there's only one cover of that. We just did the regular A version. I just got some of those press works on it too. I got really excited. I'm really nerding out because we decided to kind of shift slightly with Pressworks. When I say shift, just on the presentation. So what we'd been doing before is actually, you guys talk among. I'm going to go get some examples so you guys can see. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the page here for third wave 199 really quick when we look at this.
Or as we call it, the thirsty cover.
Yeah, first, yeah. Well, and this one's pretty cool. If you guys have been have you guys been following this one? I know Jen, you have.
I've never heard of this book in my life.
I know. I've never heard of the writer either.
I'm sure. Is this? Yeah.
I have questions about this one.
Okay, let's take a look.
All right, he spells his name wrong.
Whose name?
The writer of Third Wave. We have no idea who he is.
Oh yeah, heard of him. That guy. I heard he's a snake oil salesman. So anyway,
he certainly has the mustache for it.
He does. Keep that guy away from railroad tracks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So couple things. How we're selling our Pressworks kind of altered. So typically we sold them in these 2-page spreads. We're keeping that as the cover. So this is the black plate for Third Wave 99 number 2. So this is still going to come framed.
Oh, that sounds so cool.
Isn't that cool?
Satisfying.
So that's going to come framed with like a little trophy plaque, as we call them, on a like 18 by 20 frame. But what we're doing with the rest, too. That's so cool. Great, man. I love it. So the next thing is we're actually putting individual plates. We're going to sell the rest of the interiors as individual plates like this. So this is from the Stake Trade paperback. And as you can see, it's in this top loader, and it has this top loader clip, to keep it in so it doesn't come off. But Nate Johnson, who's one of the designers with us, designed this really cool COA that basically states the date it was printed, what page number it is, the print run, and the color. And then, of course, we're still going to include this little trophy plaque that has some adhesive on the back, which you can either put it, right here on your top loader, or you can frame this and put it in there. But this fits perfectly in your long boxes. So here's a yellow one. Notice how the difference between the two.
Nice.
Where are these going to be?
These are we're going to put them all on our website. So we basically tested it this weekend at our Whatnot Comic-Con that we did. The Richard and the staff here, Richard Rivera and I, and the staff here, we did we went from 11 a.m. Eastern on Saturday and Sunday, 2 live continuous streams. Richard and I went until 3 a.m. Eastern on Saturday and 2 a.m. on Sunday. And yeah, pretty crazy. Is that Hemsworth?
He said, "Is that Hemsworth?"
Could be. I feel like
abs are pretty Hemsworth worthy.
Is Salvatore, is today's release date of the started official? No, Salvatore, it's not. So those were previous, again, because of the paper shortage and the printer issues in the supply chain. That is not the best way for all of us to find out their new releases. And this is not just with Scout. This is with any company. It just, I've said this multiple times on the show, and I'll say it again. Not enough people are talking about the paper shortage. We found some, and our printers have found some, but it's still very real, and it can change in an instant. Going south, even more south than it already is. But release dates from all companies are kind of up in the air. The best way to look to know exactly, we go by the previews world. So what they do is they release it every Thursday, what's going to come out the following week. So that's how we've been releasing them, at least on our website. We go by that, even though we're with Previews World, Lunar, Universal, Self-Direct. That's how our release date. So, yeah. What was that one? Justices are worth building. Oh, nice.
Milner. I would say third wave board input it there. There you go. I'm dude. Okay, would Hemsworth be your dream casting for that?
Yeah, we've actually, like, when it was just in conceptual phase, let's just say we've had talks with the Hemsworth. So when you're at the conceptual phase, you can actually design certain characters to look like certain people. So there was a rhyme to reason to that, and that's really all I can say. But notice how there's another guy who looks like someone else too. Like, you want to pull up that number 3?
Yeah, let me pull that up.
That cover real quick.
Yep.
We'll just do a little poll to see who the other character looks like. What real life.
He's kind of he's got a distinct look. He looks a little bit like I'm up to something. The other one.
Yeah.
So who's that other guy? Who does he look like as far as actors go?
Sissy Spacek.
Sissy, close. Close. No guesses other than Sissy Spacek. Close.
Anna Gasteyer.
Kevin Bacon. I don't know.
No. I will tell you that. I'll just tell you if it's right. You want to guess? That was my question of the day.
That's your question of the day.
No.
Okay, Jen, who would you? Okay, see, somebody in the chat says Luke Perry, Joanne Wolf.
No, not Luke Perry. Good guess. Perry. Yes.
Mr.
Pitt. Nope. Good guess as well.
He's kind of short. And
he's older.
Is that known? Okay, Kiefer Sutherland.
Boom.
Jack for real?
Yeah.
Yes, Kiefer Sutherland. I got it.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Sweet. I'll read that in a second. Sorry. Sweet.
All right, Kiefer Sutherland. I gotta know what in the world is that dude thinking? He's not laying low in any way. Is he really trying to invite chaos?
Yep, that will all be revealed. That will all be revealed in due time.
On purpose, trying to draw out somebody because he's not laying low.
Have you read? Did you read number 3?
Yes.
I can't wait for you to get 4. We're still. There was a hiccup with the artist. There's some personal issues that he had to get through. So we're literally, I think there's like 2 pages left to number 4. So I can't even blame the printing issue for the slight delay. Number 4 would be, because 4 will probably be a couple weeks late. But yeah, I can't read. I can't wait. I can't read either, but I can't wait.
I never learned how.
Let's just say there's 2 pretty big twists.
Ooh.
Yes, that I've been building up for a long time. So hopefully the payoff will be worthwhile. So that remains to be seen.
I do approve of the hookup in the book.
You like that? The hookup, the romance.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be trouble, but I think I like it.
And
All I have to
Salvatore,
say, I'm just going to leave a huge hint here. Like, I just want to say that all of my books that I've done are linked.
Mm-hmm. I've been trying to figure out how for this one.
You don't know yet?
No.
Okay.
The key is pasta.
Pasta. It's the Kool-Aid man. He's the link to everything.
Hey.
You have choices, right? Solar Flare.
Mm-hmm. Solar Flare, The Mall, and Third Wave are all linked.
It's got to be Mall.
No, they're all linked.
Oh, it's all linked. Okay.
Third Wave links
so
the
all
two
of them
of
have a link to this book. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. I
I'll
like
leave
that.
with everybody.
Now,
Yeah.
if you can manage to link it up to books that aren't yours but are also Scout, like.
And it's linked to Doctor Who.
It's
Doctor
linked to all
Who.
the people who got superpowers last night.
Yeah.
Not linked to
And
Bullet
the
Hop, I'm
Flintstones.
guessing.
That's all I have to say. Doctor Who, the Flintstones, Solar Flare, and the Mall. Yeah, throw those together, mix in a little Sesame Street, a little Teletubbies. Boom, Third Wave 99.
Teletubbies. Oh no.
Are they still around? That was a question here at HQ. There was two things. Are the Wiggles still around and are the Teletubbies still around?
Oh, Wiggles.
The Wiggles.
The Teletubbies are. They're
man.
awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, but the Wiggles is on 24/7 in my house. It's bad.
They don't have X-Men. No. Yes, Magneto's in it. Damn it. You knew that.
Stores don't have X-Men. Oh man, that's hilarious.
James,
So,
I do have to say, you're like one level away from Wayne's World level of product placement in your book.
One level.
One level away.
Okay, I got a question for everybody.
Out.
I've got a question for everybody before we go because we got about 5 minutes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna ask the question this week if that's okay.
Sure.
So if you were to go on a road trip with anybody in the Star Wars universe, who would it be?
Ooh.
There you go. Did I stump you guys?
No, mine's easy.
No, I have my immediate answer.
Go ahead.
What is it?
It's gonna be, and technically I am cheating here. I'm picking Han Solo, but specifically Ewan McGregor.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I'm obsessed with Ewan McGregor, but all I know is that I followed his life and career very closely. And I actually might be in his house right now.
He's like, hey,
All I'm gonna say is that
everybody.
all I'm gonna say is that if I'd be hanging out with Chewbacca, I would not let him order me McDonald's up. So
mine's Luke
That's it.
Skywalker, man. I have like a
Skywalker.
yeah, mine. I grew up like worshiping the guy. Like I have statues and stuff of him. So yeah, Luke Skywalker for me all day. Now the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, not the annoying kid or the disappointing elder Luke Skywalker. I'm talking about the Mandalorian.
There you go.
Luke
There you go.
Skywalker.
Jen, do you have an answer?
It's such a practical answer because it's who I most identify with. It's Mon Mothma.
Oh, you're right. That's the one he was looking for. Mon Mothma. I like that.
There you go.
Joey?
She very calmly leads the entire Rebel Alliance, and she gets stuff done. That's what I like.
She's pretty on point. Yeah.
Can I add one extra person that I would want to go on? But it technically isn't Star Wars.
What?
It would have to be Schwartz from Spaceballs.
Spaceballs. You're like, it's not technically Star Wars. You're like Jean-Luc Picard. I mean, he all the way.
There you go.
What about you, Joey?
Me, I'd probably Chewbacca. He's the coolest, I think.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, Chewbacca.
My first instinct when you said that, I was like, man, Joey's gonna be dead, but in like a couple days. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like he'll accidentally do something wrong, and Chewbacca like
yep, probably.
Just gotta be careful. That's all I'm saying. Be careful, man. In your hypothetical dream world, just be careful.
In my hypothetical dream world, I am still in danger.
You are. You just never know. He can turn up.
That's a sad world to live in my head.
Don't go there, Joey. Don't.
I know that's a sad rabbit hole.
Anything else going on, like as far as new books?
Yes,
with that
I am.
beard, you might be related to Chewy. That's
I am,
really
and you know what's funny is they call me Chewy. No, just kidding.
that's your new nickname. By the way, you moved down here to Florida, and we were going to do a softball team that'll be on the back of your jersey. Is
Well,
Chewy.
you know what in Spanish the nickname for Joey is, right?
No,
It's Pepe.
is it? Wow.
Yeah. So, but don't call me that. That's
Okay.
that is not going to go on the back of my jersey.
I just
By
want to
the
know
way,
how big-
by saying "don't call me that," you realize that everyone's going to start calling you. Like you totally just.
I just
The same way that everyone should start sending you Dr. Pepper, right, James?
oh, crap.
As much of it as
For a
possible.
long time since I've heard that evil
The
curse
one
name,
time you say it and everybody
I heard that
I just-
pepper was gone.
I will make a Dr. Pepper reduction and serve it to you on pancakes. You won't know. You won't know.
You'll never know. He'll never.
Disgusting. Good luck to you.
Dr.
who was it? Did
Pepper
you-
reduction is also known as asbestos.
James, didn't you tell me that you can make a Dr. Pepper cake or something? Didn't you? Was that you
Well,
that said
people have
that?
trolled me, and yes, they
gross.
sent me cake mix. There's been like licorice, like Twizzler flavors. There's
Oh,
been
man.
like,
So it's just plastic flavor? Because that's all Twizzlers are.
well, apparently no, it's true. Twizzlers with what do they say about Dr. Pepper? There's like 21 different flavors. That's not flavors, it's ingredients, and people research those ingredients.
21 different
Asbestos.
chemical flavors.
Yes, I think like sawdust, old nail clippings.
Delicious and so refreshing.
I mean, there's all kinds of like just not good stuff. So just do a little research because
I drink
the internet's
Diet Coke like I'm
lies.
trying to
The
die.
internets do not lie. So on that note, I hope everybody has a fantastic week. We will be back same time next week at was it 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. I think that's like I don't know 2:00 some in Hawaii, something along those lines. But again, thank you guys. It's great seeing you, and we'll see everybody next week.
Bye.
Have a great week.